This is incredible down in here. All of these like underneath areas of these cities are just awesome. This was the hospital rooms where people stayed. And it seems like it was a rather extravagant hospital area. And would have had flowing water through absolutely all of it. Still some water down here. Again, we have arrived at the ancient hospital, or the Asklepion. But look at the view of where we just were, up at the Acropolis of Pergamon. It would have been magical to see that place complete up there. I mean, you would be able to see the temples and everything.
Ancient hospitals are known as Asklepions. Asklepion comes from Asklepios. So Asklepios was the god of medicine, and he was the son of Apollo.
We're heading down to the sacred street of the hospital, or leading back into the hospital. Just like in Agora, they had shops set up lining it, but it was more medicinal herbs and things like that. This herald was a large grave that apparently they built for any of the important or famous people. Ain't much of a thing no more, but it stands out when you're walking down the sacred road here, heading back towards the hospital. Up here, where all the other tour people are walking by, was a temple to Zeus and Asclepius. But nothing exists anymore of it other than this bit of the foundation of it. I love all of the different marbles used for the pillars around here. And on the same street, walking down the same street, you see multiple different types of marble. And it is very beautiful. I'm sure they would have been even more beautiful without all the wear they've got on them. But I do like the little lichen growing on them. So up here is a carving of a snake, which we still use as a symbol for medicine to this day. When we were told we were coming to the Asklepion, or the ancient hospital, I did not expect there to be another little theater down here. And apparently an ancient library also. As if the third largest library in antiquity up on top of the hill wasn't enough. And they actually went to the libraries back then, unlike people nowadays. Oh, look at my sister up there admiring me. Oh, this theater definitely looks pretty heavily reconstructed though. There ain't no ancient theaters that flawless still to this day. The seats are just too perfect. I'm really shocked that there's that many pillars still completely standing. I mean, obviously they probably fell over at some point and were put back up, but just standing in general, it's kind of shocking. So we're going down into the like the treatment area in the underground. Oh, I can hear the water flowing. This here is a pretty damn cool passageway heading down underneath. They consider the sound of the running water as like a mental healing. And I love seeing the water still flowing out of those places after all this time. Water's flowing underneath the old ancient sewer system. You can see that in most of these like ancient cities. If you're walking down the main roads and you're paying attention, there's going to be occasional larger gaps between the rocks. And that's down to their ancient sewers, which oftentimes will probably still be mildly functional. Water pipe there, where the water ain't flowing no longer. You can see the ancient the drain pipe right where it would go down. This is incredible down in here. All of these like underneath areas of these cities are just awesome. I feel like most of the group that we saw up there is just walking by this. Hopefully they're coming down here after. Don't come here and not come down into this. This is freaking awesome. Look at the drain pipes up there. Yeah, I don't even know how long we were actually up at that ancient city, the Acropolis. What time is it now? 12:10. We got up there at about 9. So we probably spent at least 2 hours up there, maybe a little longer, including the coffee drinking. And this is an absolute must-see stop if you're going up to the Acropolis. And I actually did see that there's a museum here nearby, the Pergamon Museum, that I don't know that we're going to, because we do actually still have a several-hour drive to get to our hotel for the night. This whole area down here, I mean, this would have been roofed just like that area over there, which you just saw. And it was basically the actual healing area. Like, this was the hospital rooms where people stayed. And it seems like it was a rather extravagant hospital area. And would have had flowing water through absolutely all of it. Still some water down here, but a lot of it has dried up and isn't flowing any longer. But this place is so incredible and quite unexpected. I wasn't thinking we were going to be seeing all this stuff.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Heavily reconstructed. Look at this massive tour group. I think we're done with our days of the big, large tour groups. We've finally convinced our mom it's not the way to do it no more. You just are forced to see things you really don't want to see, and then you're forced to cut your time short at the things you really want to see. So, definitely not the best method of traveling. Look at all these pillars, though. I cannot believe how many of them are still so complete.
Yeah. I mean, they obviously put them back up.
Yeah, they put them back up, but like the fact that they're even like there, like there's two. There's like legitimately two right here in this line that aren't full. So I would say, depending on you, give yourself an hour and a half to 3 hours up at the Acropolis. Down here, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Again, depending on you and your pace of walking around and how long you admire things. But I think those are good amounts of time to allocate to this place as a whole. And that's not including the museum. I have never seen a vending machine for like their shop.
Souvenirs.
Yeah, for the souvenirs instead of there being like a shop. So I feel like I absolutely have to use it and buy something out of it. So I'm getting myself a magnet. Number 18. It doesn't like my Turkish lei. It says no. Try it the other way.
No.
It still says no. It says no to that one too. Nope, it does not like our money. Yet again, we're grabbing some lunch at one of these little gas station restaurants right along the road with this incredible freaking scenery we're driving by. And here's the name of the restaurant. And these aren't like crap little hole-in-the-wall diners. I'm not saying hole-in-the-walls back home are crap. I'm just saying like generally the gas station ones aren't the greatest. These are actually like good quality food. So definitely a good place to stop when you're passing through Turkey. Our guides keep being so shocked at how little we want to order, like because we keep asking for less, but yet they keep giving us so much food. And we end up like wasting it, like we can't eat it. We take a lot of it with us for like the little cats or dogs that we are seeing, but it's just like they give you way too much. Like one portion for us here is absolutely impossible for us to eat in a full day, let alone at one meal. So we literally ordered one meal to split amongst all three of us, and that should be the perfect amount, hopefully. We're waiting now for the food, and I am always so shocked at these restrooms here at these gas stations are immaculately clean. It is not like that back home. But I'll let you guys know how the food is. That was a pretty good meal, and we timed our arrival just in time before multiple large tour buses just showed up. And with one meal, one of their normal sized meals was still too much food for my mom, my sister, and I, and this little puppy out here got to eat the last little remnants of our meat. We have a extremely slow metabolism, so we are just unable to eat that kind of food. Hey, pupper. Hey, pupper.
Look at his poor little gummies going
Oh,
on.
hey, pupper. You like the scritches. You got a big head.
His head is so big.
Your head is so big. We're about to start a 3.5, 4-hour drive up to our hotel, so I'll see you guys there. We have arrived at our hotel, and then we walk into the room, and it is a quiet nice. I am not a huge fan of the 100% open showers like this. I prefer something to block the water splashing, but it is what it is. Nice room, plenty of space, not a big bed. Haven't tested the comfortness of it yet. And actually has somewhat of a view of a dumpster kitty down there. Pretty decent. We are here for one day, and we are going to see the ancient city of Troy tomorrow. I'm gonna unwind a little bit, and then I think we're gonna go wander around the city for a little bit. So I'll bring you guys along if we're doing that. We're heading out of our hotel, the Cura Hotel, or Cura Hotel up there. It's a pretty nice, quaint little hotel. It's very nicely decorated, like a lot of plants and stuff. It's very peaceful in there. But we're trying to walk down to the beach and maybe catch the sunset, but my slow butt took my time on the Instagram posting because it was giving me issues. So we may or may not make it before actual sunset. But I actually have enough GoPro charged to get the sunset film this time, unlike last time. So we'll see. See you down at the sea regardless. I love that. It's right at a restaurant. They're selling melons out the back of the truck, and they got a scale and everything to weigh out the weight of them right on the sidewalk. And we passing tons of little kitties over in the garbage piles. Hey, kitty, kitty. Lots of garbage piles here in this city. Still feels way safer than a lot of Americans seem to think Turkey is, though. Past a library back there with a bunch of kids out there hanging out and reading and everything. Definitely don't see that in the United States. Look at this kitty walking down the road in front of me. Hey. Hey. Good boy. He froze when he saw that dog walking across the sidewalk. I see a pupper walking towards me. Does the pupper want any head scratches? Do you want any head scratches, bud? No? You're scared. Okay, that's fine. The streets here definitely ain't as friendly as in a lot of the places here we've been in Turkey. They seem a little more untrusting of the humans. It's not generally the greatest sign. Usually when the people are treating them super well, they're super friendly. But at the same time, you do still see the pockets of food and water out for them, so they're getting what they need. Well, we have made it kind of to the sea. I can see the water over there, but it kind of seems like it's all private. I don't know how far down we'd have to wander to hit public, but we'll walk down a little bit farther, even though I can't get the sunset shots because it's a cloudy. Definitely seeing a much younger populace here. Most of the towns we've been staying and going through, it seems like most of the people out are older, like my mom's age or even older than that. And we have found the way to the sea. It kind of makes sense since I know a lot of the younger generation, not just in Turkey, just in general in the world, tends to be migrating out of their smaller towns and smaller villages to go to the more major cities for work and everything. And being that we're on the west coast of Turkey now, it would be a more desirable location for the younger people to get jobs at.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Merhaba. We walked by that melon guy selling his melons again, and he cut me and Mom off a sliver. I'm not a big fan of melons, but I mean, I'll eat it because I was given it. That is a juicy freaking melon. As much as I'm not a fan of melons, that's actually a pretty freaking good melon. Look at the kitty! Trash kitty! Hi, trash kitty. Hi. You're looking at the camera like it's a scary thing. Hi. I'm pretty sure those kitties were play fighting. But on that note, while my face disappears into the darkness, I guess I'll do my sign off here because I'm running out of light and we aren't doing anything else for the rest of the day. So, if you have made it this far and you enjoyed all them ruins we went and seen, and hit that like and subscribe button down below and follow along. We don't really have many more ruins that we're going to see on this trip, but we are going to Troy tomorrow and the museum there, and then we're going to be spending 4 nights in Istanbul and exploring all of the history, or as much of it as we can cram into our itinerary that Istanbul has to offer. So I'll see you guys in the morning to go visit the old city of Troy. Hi, sister.
Fancy meeting you here.
They have chickens and geese at this gas station. I love turkey. We were asked if we could sing and I said no, but this is the only singing that I got in me. Happy dog, just a happy